Jello Beats, holla at me.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel and another video. So I am back after the BNBF Central yesterday, and what an amazing show it was. I managed to not only have Ross compete and finish third in his first ever show, which is awesome, but also have a great day catching up with some like-minded individuals, and also have a chat with a few athletes that I really look up to, like I admire. And I think that anytime I get to have a chat with these guys, like, I totally appreciate it, and I really put a lot of weight in chatting to professionals in the sport, because essentially that's what I want to do. Like, I want to become a professional at some point, and you know, I'm willing to do whatever that takes and what that entails, and the more I can learn from these individuals is key for my progression. I think that, you know, anecdotal stuff provides more weight for me than any sort of research paper I can ever read. I really do believe that, like, learning how they approach things, both from a mindset perspective and obviously their philosophies on training and nutrition, like, I really value that. Also picked up a BNBF hoodie. Let's see, naturally built, strong. Love this hoodie. So yeah, if you're ever at a BNBF show, you can pick these up. Awesome apparel, and yeah, an awesome federation. So getting to and also I'm very much looking forward to obviously my turn in 2 weeks. So getting to the point of the video, the first time competitor is the title. And this is something that I actually wanted to touch on with relevance to obviously some of the clients that I've had on stage this year. Now, I'm a coach that, at my newest stages still, for sure, I'm working with mostly competitors that are taking to the stage for their first time. Now, it's a conversation I was actually having with my parents, my mum, the other day, about sort of how my first competition prep was and how different it was to this one. And the main thing that I know from being a competitor that's done it for the first time, and done it as a young guy, you know, I was 18, is that my coping strategies for contest prep were completely and utterly different. I'd have moments where I'd literally break down into tears, and I'd be upset, and I'd be hungry, and I'd complain about hunger. I'd have arguments with my parents, I'd create tension, and I'd be a little bitch. And my coping strategies, like I said, sucked. And I still got through it, and I still got to the stage, and I enjoyed the process, but I must admit that by the end of it, I was not really loving bodybuilding anymore. And that's because it was really tough, and it shined a light on bodybuilding that I hadn't seen before. I loved it, I really did, and I wanted to do it again, but I did feel like I needed a bit of a break. And some of us still feel like that when we finish a prep. You know, you want a little bit of a break from the gym potentially, but now I don't really feel that so much. I'm just obsessed with training and nutrition, so much so that I don't really feel like I ever need to take my foot off the gas. So my primary goal with my newbie competitors is, when they step on stage, I want them to step on stage super proud of what they've been able to do. That is priority number one. I want them to be happy with that physique. That is priority number one. Priority number two is, when they step off stage, I want to be there, and I want them to come up to me, and I want them to tell me, AJ, thank you. Thank you for seeing me through this process, and I've enjoyed it. I want them to say that they've enjoyed it. I know that some of it's going to be tough. I was talking to Ross's parents yesterday, and I know that they've had their fair share of complaining potentially from him, or not complaining, but just like the normal things that the parents have to deal with when they're dealing with a contest prep athlete, which is tough. So I know that they've had that, and all I want anyone that I like, first time competitors, is to be able to think post show the first thing they want to do is not go and binge on crap, but go and enjoy their training and continue to love bodybuilding. Because do you know how easy it is to get someone to hate the gym and to hate bodybuilding? It's so easy, and I see it time and time again. I don't think it's even prevalent in females or males, like one or the other. I think it's just prevalent in both. Prep coaches that put newbie competitors, newbies, so first time, through the most rigorous, disgusting protocols, that actually by the end of it, they hate bodybuilding in general. They just hate it. They get this bad concept of dieting. They get relationships with food that actually can turn into full-on eating disorders. And they don't want to train. And guess what? They gain back all the weight, if not more. They're probably heavier than they've ever been in their entire life. And they probably don't even train anymore. And you won't even see them in the gym. Because they hate the entire process. They've been put off for life. And it's so easy to flick that switch and put someone off for life. And do you want to know where I learnt this? And where I got this from? It's from being there. And it's from doing it. And it's from realising that if I push someone into the ground this first time and I drive every single ounce of energy out of them, what the fuck do I achieve? Because the likelihood of them being genetically gifted enough to take it to the highest levels is quite minimal in their first year. So we've got to expect that what we want to do is bring a great physique to the stage. Ross got third, and a close third in my opinion, and he brought his best physique to stage. He lost 30 pounds in a very controlled, not maintainable, because prep's never maintainable, but he lost it in a very controlled, structured manner, and actually on a lot of moves he got stronger. And he enjoyed his training. And he was actually saying to me like 3 weeks out, I'm actually really enjoying this process. It was the same with my other female client that competed sort of like I think 3 or 4 weeks ago. She said she enjoyed the process. And she's been through beforehand a really horrible process. And you know what, like this is why I love what I do. And it's because I love bodybuilding. And I genuinely love bodybuilding, and I want other people to share my passion. I don't want to put them off it. And of course it's not for everyone. But if you sign up for a prep, I'd expect that a large proportion of that prep you should be enjoying yourself. And there will be tough parts, but you shouldn't leave the bodybuilding prep in a worse place in terms of like hating the gym. I just don't think that's viable. And I don't think that's healthy, and I don't think that's something I want to advocate. And by no means am I a health prep coach, and all I care about is health, and I don't care about getting people peeled, because trust me, I've got people peeled. I've really got people peeled before, and they know what that's like, and they know it's as rough. So coping strategies and expectations need to be tailored to the specific individual. I think that's a really, really key point, and that's what I want to drive home in this video. If you're a new prep coach, please consider your ethics. Please consider your rationale behind doing things. And when I went to the 3DMJ conference, when all of the coaches were there, that was one of the questions I asked. I said I have a couple of teen competitors at the time that I had, and I was like, how hard would you push them? And they said, we wouldn't push them as hard as like an experienced athlete. That's, we'd push them to get into shape, but we wouldn't want to put them off for life. And I thought that really backed up my opinion. So guys, that's going to be my video for today. I hope that it makes a lot of sense for you guys, and you could potentially, if you're coaching or getting into coaching, or you have friends you want to give advice to, then you can pass this video on and share it. But thanks very much for watching. I hope you're all having a good Monday, and we will chat soon. Cheers guys.